नमस्ते, हमेशा खुश रहो बिटियाओ। माई सेल्फ जेवियन ज्योति कुमावत, फैकल्टी ऑफ एजुकेशन एंड मैथोडोलॉजी. Today I am going to deliver a lecture concept mapping from the course Pedagogy of Biological Science and for the program BSc B.Ed 6th semester as well as B.Ed 2nd semester. So let's we start the concept map. As observed in earlier time that in the bioscience the concepts and text were too difficult to observe to learn by the students. So in a easy way to understand, concepts maps are designed and developed in a graphical representation. Now if I talk the particular definition, then concept map is a graphical representation of the relationship among terms. We use a type of concept map in which students are provided only the terms. Students are asked to connect a pair of concepts with a one-way arrow, then label the arrow with a word or short phrases that describe the relationship between the two connected terms. These sentence two terms linked by an arrow and phrase are called preposition. It is used as knowledge representation tool, meaning then basically representation the knowledge the structure that we humans store in our mind about a certain topic. Now comes the origin of concept map. This was originated in 1970 at the Cornell University by Joseph Novak. He was an American educator and research scientist. In order to study how children understand basic science concepts, they studied and interviewed many children. The need to find a better solution to represent children conceptual understanding led to the development of the concept map in 1972. Now here are some key characters of concept map. First character, as we can take the nodes. The nodes are the circle or the boxes that are used to represent a concept or an idea, and these nodes may vary in size. Now next come to the cross links. Concept maps consist of concepts in different domains, and the relationship between these different domains of knowledge are shown with cross links. Next come to the linking words. Linking words may be phrases if it contain more than a word. These describe the type of relationship between the two concepts and appear on the line connecting them. Next step comes as a hierarchical structure. These concept are organized hierarchically. This means that the most general and inclusive concepts are placed at the top of the map, those that are more specific or positioned below them. According to this step, concept map are read from top to bottom. Now next we observe a prepositional structure. In the prepositional structure, a concept map illustrates a set of meaningful prepositions about a topic. Further we move for the focus question. For the focus of the question, generally concept map should be worn around a focus question, which is the problem or the issue the concept map seek to resolve. The better the question, the richer the concept map will be. Now next and last as a key character is underlying theory. Concept maps are based on the Ausubel's assimilation theory. This is built around the fact that new knowledge can be learned effectively by linking it to what is already known. Concept maps are seen as methodological tool of this theory. I hope you understand the key characters very well by these points. Now in this diagram you can observe that concept maps consist of the concepts, and these concepts are represented by the circle and boxes, and these concepts map consist of the relationship, and then relationship are represented by the connecting and linking words that are called the phases. Now, how to draw a concept map? To draw a concept map, we follow some steps like pick a topic. First step, identify a topic. Then we need to study with our concept map. This could be an idea and question or an issue. In second step, do a quick brainstorm. For this, we observe that what are the facts, idea, concept, themes, queries, etc. that come to our mind that we think about this topic. So note this down as we brainstorm around the topic we have selected. Remember to keep these as a constant as possible. Third step, start to draw the map. For this, it's recommended to start a concept map from the top and develop it to downward. Although you can put down your topic at the center and expand it outward. Now next, connect the concept. After that, we have brainstormed to the central topic and to each other. As we identify these connections, put down the linking word or phrases to indicate the relationship between the two concepts as we can link. Now last, anything missing. If you have missing anything in that particular above steps, then mention further for that concept map. An example like tree give is oxygen. Their concept map is made like this. Then oxygen is important to humans, plants, animals. Trees then give also wood is used to build make houses, paper and furniture. So these are all about the concept. A best example for the concept map. These are linking word give, otherwise phrasal verb important to. So by this way we can design a concept map and learn in a better way. So now we come to the further use of concept map. In the field of education, concept map have gained popularity across a number of other fields over the last few decades. Concept maps in education, concept map are used as a both learning tool and an evaluation tool to assess students' learning. By this, we can assess the particular child that how well he or she is developing the concept map. Foster meaningful learning by the helping create connection between what students already know and new knowledge they acquire. Organize knowledge around a subject for quick analysis. Assess students understanding to see where their knowledge needs improvement. Here हम इससे बच्चे की इम्प्रूवमेंट नॉलेज को भी इम्प्रूवमेंट कर सकते हैं कि और अच्छे से बच्चा परफॉर्म करे. कंडक्ट इफेक्टिव ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग अराउंड ए टॉपिक. प्रेजेंट कॉम्प्लेक्स concepts in an easy digestive way. Organize instructional material for course or curricula. Can be used as a basis of discussion among students. Help identify valid and invalid ideas held by students. Now concept map also used for the qualitative research. As we observe in that point, concept maps and qualitative research are used in methodological research strategy, can be used to a plan of research project, can help reduce voluminous text-based data into a meaningful form without losing the meaning. Identify interconnection between concepts in a study and analyze themes. Analyzing information provided by interviews in a study, help the researcher maintain the meaning of the interview. Present finding in an effective way. So these are all about. Thank you. I thank you. I think you are satisfied with my lecture, which is powered by the Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. If you have any queries, then mention in comment box. We resolve it in our live session. Thank you.